Okay. Erica, can you see the recording button up top?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Okay, so good morning, everyone. Thank you. I know it's early. I know it's the beginning of the semester, but the sooner we can cover this, the sooner we're done, and you have more time to study everything else. So, yay. Okay, so the first things first, I'm going to cover a few of the conversion factors that you guys are going to be using pretty consistently throughout this course. Okay, so I want you all to write this down with me. 1 gram equals 1,000, right, milligrams. 1 gram equals 1,000,000 micrograms. 1 milligram equals 1,000 micrograms. 1 liter equals 1,000 milliliters. 1 cc equals 1 milliliter. Okay, 1. So these are measurements on this side for weight. These are measurements of volume. And then we have measurements of length. And this is just using the metric system right now. So 1 meter equals 100 centimeters. 1 centimeter equals 10 millimeters. And we're pretty good for right now. Let's see, one more. Those are our metrics. So then we have one more conversion I think we need to know right off the top of our head, and that's household equivalents in metrics. So one that y'all are going to use fairly often is 1 inch equals 2.5 centimeters. This is a rounded term. If you try to look this up anywhere else, you're going to get a different value. So remember that for your purposes in nursing, 1 inch equals 2.5 centimeters. Don't look up another value. Don't use a different equivalent. This is what they want you to use. Okay? Okay, so let's go ahead and just start working through some of these problems, okay? So number 1, chapter 6, worksheet is page 125. Okay, so number 1, it wants you to convert 230 micrograms to grams. So again, going back, I'm gonna write some notes over here again. So 1,000,000 micrograms equal 1 gram. Okay, so this is very similar to how we were showing you the doctor's order. So whatever unit they're giving you to begin with, I want you to get into the habit of just putting it over 1. It's just a habit. I want you guys to build good habits that are going to make test problems easier for you, okay? So 230 micrograms converted to grams, you want your units to cancel. So we're going to put the million micrograms on the bottom of the fraction in the denominator and the 1 gram on top. So my units in the numerator and my units in the denominator are going to cancel, okay? And then remember, we have an equal value of zeros can cancel each other. So 1 0 at the end of this number can cancel 1 0 at the end of this value. And what are we left with? 23 over, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros. And our unit is in grams. And then all you do is go ahead and put that in the calculator. 23 divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excuse me. So that's equal to 0.00023 grams. Okay. So the next one, and we're going to move pretty quickly just because it's a pretty good number of questions. If you have a question, guys, if you weren't here on Thursday, jump in, unmute yourself. Don't hesitate to ask questions. Okay, so now number 2 is asking us to convert milligrams to micrograms. So again, 1 milligram equals 1,000 micrograms. Okay, so same thing. We're putting our 5 milligrams over 1. The 1 milligram goes on the bottom. We put the 1,000 micrograms on top. Our units in milligrams in the numerator and the denominator cancel. So all I have is 5 times 1,000. That's 5,000 micrograms. What else? Okay, number 3. We have 2.5 grams, and we're converting to micrograms now. Excuse me, guys, allergies. Okay, so the same thing. I'm going to use this conversion factor. This time, my grams are going to go in the bottom because that's the unit I need to cancel. And in the numerator, I put my million micrograms. So converting from grams to micrograms, my unit of grams is going to cancel. I have 2.5 times a million, so I have 2.5 million micrograms. If you guys have questions or if I'm going too fast, let me know, okay? Just unmute yourself. Okay, number 4, it is asking us to convert 4,000 micrograms to milligrams. So again, put our starting value over 1 and our conversion factor to go from milligrams to micrograms, right? So we're going to put our micrograms, our 1,000 micrograms in the denominator, and in the numerator we have 1 milligram. Our units cancel, and my trailing zeros cancel an equal value, right? So 1, 2, 3 zeros are gone. 1, 2, 3 zeros are gone. So all I have left is 4 times 1 over 1. So that's just 4 milligrams. Aaron, give me 1 second, guys. My husband's listening to YouTube and I can hear him. Okay. Let's keep moving along. Okay, so now we're going to do number 5. It's, hold on. Okay, 5 is asking us to convert 0.33 grams to milligrams. So again, okay, so put it over 1, and we know 1 gram has 1,000 milligrams. So our grams are going to cancel, and then take 0.33 times 1,000, and that's 330. All right, number 6 is 6 kilograms converted to grams. So this is another conversion factor we haven't covered. So 1 kilogram is equal to 1,000 grams. So the same thing, put our starting unit over 1, make sure our units are going to cancel. So I put the 1 kilogram in the denominator, and that's equal to 1,000 grams. My units of kilograms are going to cancel. 6 times 1,000 is 6,000. So I have 6,000 grams. All right, number 7 is 725 milliliters. We're going to convert to liters. So 1 liter equals 1,000 milliliters. I'm going to highlight some of these conversion factors for you guys real quick. Okay, so same setup, put our starting factor over 1. We want to cancel our units. So we're going to put 1,000 milliliters in the denominator, and in the numerator, we put the 1 liter. Our units of milliliters are going to cancel. And then the same thing, 725 divided by 1,000 gives you 0.725 liters. Is everybody good? Okay, let's keep going. That was number 7. Number 8, we want to convert 2,000 micrograms to grams. So again, there's in 1 gram, there's 1,000,000 micrograms. So set up our unit so they cancel. So 1,000,000 micrograms to 1 gram. And our units are going to cancel. And then I have 1, 2, 3 zeros cancel from there, and 1, 2, 3 zeros cancel from there. So what I have is 2 over 1,000, and the units I have left is grams. So I just plug that into my calculator, and that's going to give me 0.002 grams. And while everybody's taking your notes and whatnot, do me a favor when you get a chance, send me a private chat with your banner ID. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and move on to number 9. It's asking us to convert 3 centimeters to millimeters. So our conversion factor is 1 centimeter equals 10 millimeter. I'm going to put this over 1. I'm going to set up my units. So 1 centimeter equals 10 millimeters. I'm going to cross out my units. 3 times 10 is 30. So I have 30 millimeters. Okay, number 10. 620 grams to kilograms. So one more time, 1 kilogram equals 1,000 grams. So put this over 0. I'm going to put my 1,000 grams in the denominator. That's equal to 1 kilogram. My units of grams are going to cancel. I divide 620. Oops, clear that. 620 divided by 1,000, and that's going to give me 0.62 kilograms. All right, then number 11 is asking us to convert 0.036 milligrams to micrograms. So again, 1 milligram equals 1,000 micrograms. So I'm going to set it up. Put the value over 1. I need my units to cancel, so 1 milligram equals 1,000 micrograms. I'm going to cross this unit out, and then I'm going to just take my two values and multiply them together. So 0.036 times 1,000 gives me 36 micrograms. Okay. Number 12 is 460 milliliters, and we're going to convert to liters. And so 1 liter is equal to 1,000 milliliters. So same process. Put the starting value over 1. Where do our milliliters go? They're going to go in the denominator. So our units cancel, and the 1 liter goes in the numerator. Our unit cancels. I can cancel 0. So now I have 46 divided by 100. And that's going to give me 0.46 liters. You guys tell me, do I need to slow down? Is this okay? Kathy, talk to me. I don't know you. How's it going? Erica, how's it going?
So far, so good.
Okay.
I like the pace.
Okay. So 13, unless y'all tell me I'm going too fast, I'm going to keep going. Okay, so 13 is asking us to convert 0.66 milligrams to micrograms. So again, 1 milligram equals 1,000 micrograms. I'm going to put this value over 1. I'm going to make sure my micrograms are in the denominator so they cancel. 1 milligram is equal to 1,000 micrograms. I'm going to cross this unit out, and then I'm going to just plug this into my calculator. 0.66 times 1,000, and that's going to be 660 micrograms. Okay, 14 is 0.5 grams. We want to convert it to micrograms. So 1 gram is equal to 1,000,000 micrograms. So I'm going to put the 1 gram here and the 1,000,000 micrograms. My units of grams will cancel. I take 0.5 times a million, that's 6 zeros, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that's going to be 500,000 micrograms. Okay, 18 inches converted to centimeters. So again, for this class, 1 inch equals 2.5 centimeters. So put this over 1 inch equals 2.5 centimeters. My unit of inches is going to cancel. And then I take 18 times 2.5. That gives me 45 centimeters. All right, 16 is asking us to convert 350,000 micrograms to grams. And we know that 1 gram is equal to 1,000,000 micrograms. So I'm going to put my 1,000,000 micrograms equals 1 gram. My unit will cancel. And then I can cancel zeros. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros. And you can cancel 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros. So I'm left with 35 over 100 grams. So just plug that into your calculator. 35 divided by 100 is going to give you 0.35 grams. Okay, number 17. I don't know about y'all, but I woke up real early and I got my Starbucks. Okay, let's do 17. It's 25 milligrams. We're going to convert that to grams. So again, 1 gram is equal to 1,000 milligrams. So put this over 1,000 milligrams over 1 gram. Our units of milligrams are going to cancel. So all we need to do is plug in 25 divided by 1,000, and that's going to give you 0.025 grams. Okay, 18 is 1.46 liters. They want us to convert to milliliters. So 1 liter equals 1,000 milliliters. Okay, put that over 1. 1 liter is 1,000 milliliters. So our unit of liters will cancel. And then we just take our calculator and multiply 1.46 times 1,000. And that's 1,460 milliliters. So 1,460 milliliters. Okay, and then 19 is 2.5 kilograms over 1, and again 1 kilogram is equal to 1,000 grams. So we're gonna put our 1 kilogram in the denominator and we'll multiply by 1,000. Our units of kilograms will cancel. And then just take 2.5 times 1,000. And that's going to give us 2,500 grams. next page, number 20. We want to convert 12 milligrams to micrograms. Oops. Again, 1 milligram equals 1,000 micrograms. So setting up my units, my milligrams go on the bottom, my 1,000 micrograms go in the top. My units are going to cancel. So 12 times 1,000, that's 12,000 micrograms. Okay, number 21, 3.4 kilograms over 1, and we want to convert to grams. So one more time, 1 kilogram equals 1,000 grams. So I'm going to put my kilograms on the bottom, so my unit cancels, and 1,000 grams on top. So 3.4 times 1,000, you need to see that, 3.4 times 1,000 is going to give you 3,400 grams. Okay. 22 is 920 micrograms over 1. Again, we have we're converting to grams this time, so 1 gram equals 1,000,000 micrograms. So 1 gram and 1,000,000 micrograms. Our unit is going to cancel, and then go ahead and plug that into your calculator. So 920 divided by 1,000,000, that's 6 zeros, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 0.00092. On millions, just be careful that you're plugging in the correct amount of zeros, because it's easy to make a mistake there. Okay, so just remember, 1,000,000 is 6 zeros. Okay, and this is in units of grams. Okay, number 23, 25 millimeters, and we want to convert to centimeters. So 1 centimeter equals 10 millimeters. Over 1, 10 millimeters goes in the bottom, so my unit can cancel. And then 25 divided by 10 is going to give me 2.5 centimeters. All right, 24 is 300 micrograms, and we're going to convert to milligrams. So again, 1 milligram equals 1,000 micrograms. So I put my 1,000 micrograms on the bottom, my milligrams on the top. My units are going to cancel. I'm left with 300 over 1,000. There's a lot of zeros, so I can cancel 2 zeros from there and 2 zeros from the bottom. So I'm left with 3 over 10 milligrams. Plug that into your calculator, and that's 0.3 milligrams. All right, that's the first page in your worksheet. So let's go to the next page. Okay, 25. We're converting 0.16 liters to milliliters. So 1 liter is equal to 1,000 milliliters. So our units of liters need to cancel. I'm going to put 1,000 milliliters in the numerator. Liters cancel there. So all I need to do is take 0.16 times 1,000, and I get 160 milliliters. Okay. $26 is 0.01 grams, and we're going to convert that to milligrams. So again, 1 gram equals 1,000 milligrams. Put this over 1. Our 1 gram goes in the bottom, so our unit can cancel, and 1,000 milligrams on top. Units of grams cancel, and then you just take 0.01 times 1,000, and that's going to give us 10 milligrams. Right, 27 is 500 micrograms. We're going to convert that to milligrams. So again, 1 milligram is equal to 1,000 micrograms. So put that over 1. Our 1,000 micrograms goes in the denominator. Our 1 milligram goes in the numerator. I can cancel 1, 2 zeros, cancel 1, 2 zeros, and of course my units are going to cancel. So what I have is 5 over 10 milligrams, right? You can plug it into your calculator if you need to, and that's 0.5 milligrams. All right, 28 is 360 milligrams. We're going to convert that to grams. So again, 1 gram equals 1,000 milligrams. So 1,000 milligrams to 1 gram. My unit cancels. I can cancel 1 0. So I'm left with 36 over 100 grams. And you can go ahead and plug that into your calculator. 36 divided by 100. And that's going to give me 0.36 grams. All right. 29. 1.7 liters, and we're going to convert that to milliliters. Again, 1 liter equals 1,000 milliliters. So 1 liter in the denominator, 1,000 milliliters in the numerator. Our unit of liters cancel, and then you just multiply 1.7 times 1,000. And that's going to give us 1,700 milliliters. Okay, number 30 is asking us to convert 0.45 grams to milligrams. So put over 1. We have 1 gram equals 1,000 milligrams. So 1 gram equals 1,000 milligrams. Our unit of grams cancels. So all we need to do is take 0.45 times 1,000. And that's going to give us 450 milligrams. Okay, that's 31. It is asking us to convert 240 milliliters to liters. Again, 1 liter is equal to 1,000 milliliters. So 1,000 milliliters to 1 liter. Our unit of milliliters cancel. 1 0 can cancel from there, and 1 0 can cancel from there. So I'm left with 24 over 100. Plug that into your calculator. And that's 0.24 liters. All right, let's keep going. Okay, 32 is 10 micrograms, and we're going to convert that to milligrams. So again, 1 milligram equals 1,000 micrograms. So we're going to put 1,000 micrograms in the denominator to 1 milligram. Our unit cancels. We can cancel 1 0 from here and 1 0 from here. So we're left with 1 over 100 milligrams. And then just go ahead and plug that into your calculator. 1 divided by 100. And that's equal to 0.01 milligrams. All right, 33. Okay, so now let's do 3 inches to centimeters. Again, we're using 1 inch equals 2.5 centimeters for this class. So put that over 1 inch over 2.5 centimeters. Our units of inches cancel, and we just need to take 3 times 2.5, and that's going to give us 7.5 centimeters. All right, next question, 34. It's 2 1/4 cups to milliliters. Okay, so the first thing, right, we need to know what the conversion factor is for cups to milliliters. And that's going to be 1 cup is equal to 240 milliliters. And these conversion factors are from your box 6.2. So if you're wondering where I'm getting all these numbers from, you can reference back to box 6.2. Sorry guys, that's going to be happening like every time. That was a work call. I can't talk to them right now. I'm busy. But just FYI, public notice, it will happen. Okay, so 2 1/4 cups. This is messy. We don't like this. So what we're going to do is go ahead and change that 1/4 fraction into a decimal, okay? So we can just do that simply by taking 1 divided by 4, and that's going to be 0.25 as a decimal. So we keep our whole number, the 2, and the 1/4 we represent with the decimal with the 0.25. So 2.25 cups, put it over 1, and then we know 1 cup is equal to 240 milliliters. And then go ahead and take that and type it into your calculator. So 2.25 times 240 gives us 540 milliliters. Okay. Then 35 to I always forget these because I don't cook in my house. It's a teaspoon. A tisp. It's a teaspoon. So 1 teaspoon equals 5 milliliters. So we're going to put the 2 over the 1, and then we're just going to set this up like usual so our units cancel. So I'll put the 1 teaspoon in the denominator and 5 milliliters in the numerator. My units are going to cancel. 2 times 5 is 10, so I have 10 milliliters. All right, 36. 3 tablespoons. So 3 tablespoons. And guys, make sure, especially the metric household equivalents that you are going to find in box 6.2, make sure you're studying those because those are always going to pop up in like every test because we don't tend to use them in our daily lives. So of course, they like to test you on these. Okay, so 1 tablespoon is equal to 15 milliliters. Okay, 1 second. Okay, so let's go ahead and put this over 1. Our 1 tablespoon equals 15 milliliters. I'm going to cancel my units. 3 times 15 is 45 milliliters. Okay. Number 37. Okay, we're going to convert 1/2 or 1/2 cups to milliliters. So again, 1 cup is equal to 240 milliliters. We're not going to leave any of our measures in fractions. They don't want to see any of your calculations in fractions or any of the answers. So again, how do we change the half into a decimal? Just take 1 divided by 2, and that's a 0.5, right? So we have 1.5 cups. 1 cup is equal to 240 milliliters. Our unit of cups cancel. So just take 1.5 times 240. And that's going to give us 360 milliliters. Okay, so number 38. We want to convert 8 kilograms to pounds. So for this class, we want to use 1 kilogram is equal to 2.2 pounds. Again, don't look this up. Don't use another rounded value with more decimals. For this class, you're going to use 1 kilogram is equal to 2.2 pounds. That's it. Okay, so same thing. We want our units to cancel. So 1 kilogram is equal to 2.2 pounds. Our unit of kilograms are going to cancel. And all we do is take 8 times 2.2, and that's going to give us 17.6 pounds. All right, 39. We're taking 3,825 grams, and we want to convert that to pounds. So Here's where they don't give you a direct conversion. So we're going to use instead 1,000 grams equals 2.2 pounds. Okay, so same thing. We're going to put our grams, 1,000 grams in the denominator, and then the 2.2 pounds in the numerator. So our unit cancels. And here we want to take 3,825 times 2.2 and then divide it by 1,000. So however you want to do that, 3,825 times 2.2 is equal to 8415 divided by 1,000. So you can do it in 2 steps, or if you want to just do it all in 1 step in your calculator, you can do that as well. So you don't need to write all this down. You can just do it in the calculator. Just don't lose track of your steps and make sure you're doing all, make sure you're multiplying and dividing everything out, okay? And that's going to be 8.415 pounds. Okay, so number 40, you're converting 7 inches to centimeters. Again, for this class, 1 inch equals 2.5 centimeters. So 1 inch over 2.5 centimeters. Your unit of inches is going to cancel, and all you're going to do is multiply 7 times 2.5, and that's going to give you 17.5 centimeters. All right, 41. We're converting 3 pounds to kilograms. So again, 1 kilogram equals 2.2 pounds. So 2.2 pounds is 1 kilogram. So all I need to do here is take 3 divided by 2.2. 3 divided by 2.2, and that's going to give me 1.36 kilograms. I'm just going to round to the second decimal place for right now. Okay, 42 is 12 kilograms. Again, 12 kilograms to pounds. That's going to be 1 kilogram equals 2.2 pounds. Our unit of kilograms is going to cancel. So all you're going to do is take 12 times 2.2. And that's going to give us 26.4 pounds. Alrighty, guys. 20, what are we at? 43. Okay, 43 is 1,400 grams to pounds. And again, that's going to be 1,000 grams are equal to 2.2 pounds. So we're going to set up our units, 1,000 grams to 2.2 pounds. I can cancel 2 zeros, and my unit of grams are also going to cancel. So I have 14 times 2.2 divided by 10. And that's going to give me 3.08 pounds. If you're having a hard time keeping track of the zeros, you can also still just like type it in your calculator. Just don't just be careful with your zeros so that you're not making any of those calculation errors just by typing in to your calculator, right? So just be mindful of that. Okay, next, 44 is 2.5 feet, and we want to convert to inches. Again, let's start recognizing, right, our fractions. So a half as a decimal is just going to be 2.5 feet. And of course, there's 12 inches in 1 foot. So 1 foot equals 12 inches. Our unit of feet are going to cancel, and then you're just going to take 2.5 times 12, and that gives you 30 inches. Okay, 45. We're converting 150 pounds to kilograms. Again, 1 kilogram equals 2.2 pounds. One, 2.2 pounds to 1 kilogram. Our unit of pounds will cancel. And then I'm just going to take 150 divided by 2.2. 150 divided by 2.2, that equals 68, and I'm just going to keep 2 decimal places for right now. 68.18 kilograms. That's messy. Okay, all right, so that was worksheet for number 6, and then we're going to do post-test 1. If you want to do post-test 2, that's on your own. Okay. Okay, so this is chapter 6, post-test 1, page 127. All right, number 1, 5,000 micrograms over 1, and we're converting to grams. So that's 1,000,000 micrograms for every 1 gram. Our units of micrograms cancel, and I can cancel 1, 2, 3 zeros, 1, 2, 3 zeros. So I'm left with 5 over 1,000 grams, and I can just type that into my calculator. And that's going to be 0.005 grams. All right, number 2, 10 milligrams over 1, and milligrams to micrograms, again, 1 milligram equals 1,000 micrograms. So 1 milligram equals 1,000 micrograms. My units are going to cancel. So all I'm doing is taking 10 times 1,000. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros, and that's in units of micrograms. Okay, number 3 is 0.81 liters to milliliters. Again, 1 liter is equal to 1,000 milliliters. So that over 1 liter is equal to 1,000 milliliters. Cancel my unit of liters. Take 0.81 times 1,000. 0.81 times 1,000, and that's 810 milliliters. Okay, number 4 is 35 milligrams converted to grams. So again, 1 gram is equal to 1,000 milligrams. 1,000 milligrams to 1 gram. My unit of milligrams cancels. So all I'm going to do is take 35 divided by 1,000. And that's going to equal 0.035 grams. All right, 5. It's 2 1/4 feet. Convert to inches. Again, 1/4, the fraction 1/4 as a decimal is equal to 2.25 feet. And we're going to convert that to inches. And there's 12 inches to a foot. So just take 2.25 and multiply it by 12. And that's going to give us 27 inches. Right, number 6 is 0.12 grams. And we're converting that to micrograms. So again, for every gram, there's 1,000,000 micrograms. Our units of grams will cancel. And I'm going to take 0.12 and I'm going to multiply it by 1,000,000. So 1 and then 6 zeros. And that's going to be 120,000 micrograms. Number 7 is 16 kilograms. We're converting that to pounds. Again, 1 kilogram is equal to 2.2 pounds. My units of kilograms will cancel. And I'm just going to take 16 and multiply that by 2.2. That's going to give me 35.2 pounds. Number 8 is 280 milliliters converted to liters. So that's 1,000 milliliters to 1 liter. My units of milliliters are going to cancel, and then I can just go ahead and take 280 divided by 1,000. And that's going to give me 0.28 liters. All right, number 9 is 0.4 kilograms. I'm going to convert that to grams. So again, 1 kilogram is equal to 1,000 grams. My unit of kilograms is going to cancel. And then all I do is take 0.4 multiplied by 1,000. And that's going to give me 400 grams. Excuse me. Number 10 is 42 inches. There's 12 inches in 1 foot. My units cancel there. And all I'm going to do is take 42 divided by 12. And that's going to give me 3.5 feet. All right, number 11 28 pounds. And we're converting to grams. So for 1,000 grams, that's 2.2 pounds. So my pounds are going to cancel. And I'm going to take 28 times 1,000 and then divide by 2.2. And that's, yeah, that's a lot of grams. Okay. So 12,727.27 grams. Yeah. All right, 12 is 4 inches, and we're converting to centimeters. So in 1 inch, there's 2.5 centimeters. Our unit of inches will cancel, and I just multiply 4 times 2.5, and that gives me 10 centimeters. 13 is where? I mean, it's 13 is 500,000 micrograms, and we're converting to grams. So again, there are 1,000,000 micrograms to 1 gram. So here's where canceling zeros is always nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros. And my unit of micrograms is gone. So all I have left is the 5 over 10. Units are grams. 5 divided by 10 is 0.5 grams. All right, 14. We are going to convert 37 milliliters to liters. And there's 1,000 milliliters to 1 liter. Our units of milliliters cancel. And then we just type it into our calculator. 37 divided by 1,000. And that's going to be 0.037 milliliters. 15 is 20 milliliters. We want to convert to cc's. So 1 cc is equal to 1 milliliter. So if you need to see it, it's 1 milliliter to 1 cc. Your units of milliliters are going to cancel, and it's just 20 times 1. So it's just 20 cc's. All right, 16 is 1 1/3 cup. And we're going to convert that to milliliters. So again, that fraction, just type it into your calculator and then keep it as the decimal. So 1/3 is the repeating 0.333. So this is 1.33 cups. And we want to convert to milliliters. So 1 cup is equal to 240 milliliters. So we're just going to take 1.33 and multiply that by 240, and that gives us 319.2 milliliters. All right, 17 is 2.5 grams. We want to convert that to milligrams. So 1 gram is equal to 1,000 milligrams. So just take 2.5 times 1,000. And that's going to be 2,500 milligrams. Okay, 18. We're converting 350 milligrams to grams. So 1,000 milligrams to 1 gram. Our units of milligrams are going to cancel. And then we just take 350 divided by 1,000. And that's going to give us 0.35 grams. Okay, 19 is 6,700 grams, and we're converting to kilograms. So again, there's 1,000 grams in 1 kilogram. Our zeros are going to cancel. Our units in grams are going to cancel. So we're left with 67 over 10 kilograms. You go ahead and plug that into your calculator. And that's going to give you 6.7 kilograms. All right, oops. Okay, 20 is 0.3 liters, and we want to convert that to milliliters. So 1 liter is equal to 1,000 milliliters. Our units of liters will cancel. And then you just take 0.3 times 1,000. And that's going to give us 300 milliliters. All right, 21 is 4 milligrams. And we want to convert it to micrograms. So 1 milligram equals 1,000 micrograms. Our units of milligrams cancel, and we're just going to take 4 times 1,000. That's 4,000 micrograms. Okay, 22 is 2,600 grams to pounds, and so that's going to be 1,000 grams equal 2.2 pounds. So again, zeros cancel. Our units of grams are going to cancel. So we can take 26 times 2.2 divided by 10. And that's going to give me 5.72 pounds. Again, if the canceling zeros doesn't make sense to you or is just causing you more work, then still do the whole number. 2,600 times 2.2 divided by 1,000. We're still going to get the same answer. It's still going to be 5.72. So always do what makes sense for your brain. All right. 23, 1.5 teaspoon. And we want to convert it to milliliters. So the first thing we're going to do is change this fraction, the half, to 1.5 teaspoons. And then again, for 1 teaspoon, that's equal to 5 milliliters. Our units of teaspoons cancel, and we just are going to take 1.5 times 5. And that gives us 7.5 milliliters. Okay, 24. And that's 0.2 liters. We're going to convert to milliliters. So we know 1 liter equals 1,000 milliliters. Our unit will cancel. And then we're just going to take 0.2 times 1,000. Oops. And that's going to be 200 milliliters. Now let's go to the next page, 25. Okay, so we're going to convert 533 milliliters to liters. Again, there's 1,000 milliliters to 1 liter. Our unit will cancel. And then just go ahead and plug that into your calculator. 533 divided by 1,000. And that's 0.533 liters. 26. It's 1.5 grams. And we're converting to micrograms. So again, 1 gram equals 1,000,000 micrograms. Our units are going to cancel, and then 1.5 times 1,000,000 is going to be 1.5 million micrograms. 27 is going to be 620 milligrams. We're going to convert that to grams. So there are 1,000 milligrams in 1 gram. Our units are going to cancel. And then you can just plug that into your calculator. 620 divided by 1,000. And it's going to give you 0.62 grams. All right, 28 is 2.3 kilograms to grams. So in 1 kilogram, that's equal to 1,000 grams. Our units of kilograms are going to cancel. And then I just take 2.3 times 1,000. And that's 2,300 grams. All right, 29 is 15 inches. And we're going to convert to feet. So we know there's 12 inches and 1 foot. Our units cancel. And then I just take 15 divided by 12. And so that's going to be 1.25 feet. And 30 is 7 pounds converted to kilograms. So there's 2.2 pounds to 1 kilogram. Our unit cancels. And I just need to take 7 divided by 2.2. That's going to give me 3.18. And again, I'm just keeping 2 decimal places for right now. 3.18 kilograms. All right, guys, that is the end of chapter 6, worksheet 1, and post-test 1. So now we're going to go ahead and move on to chapter 7. I don't know if I posted it in the Canvas yet. Okay, let me look for that. Okay, so for chapter 7, we're going to need a couple of new conversions. We need 1 ounce is equal to 30 milliliters. We need 6 ounces is equal to 180 milliliters. 1 cup is equal to 8 ounces is equal to 240 milliliters. So to simplify this, I can break it down and say 1 cup is equal to 240 milliliters. And I can also say 8 ounces is equal to 240 milliliters. All right, same thing. 1 kilogram is equal to 2.2 pounds. 1,000 1,000 grams is equal to 2.2 pounds, and 1 inch is equal to 2.5 centimeters. So these are all the conversions that we're going to be highlighting in chapter 7. Okay, so let's move on to worksheet 1 in chapter 7. Okay. Okay, so number 1 is 22 pounds. We know 1 pound, oops, sorry. 2.2 pounds are equal to 1 kilogram. So cancel our units, and then we're just going to take 22 divided by 2.2, and that's going to give me 10 kilograms. All right, number 2 is 3 cups to milliliters, and I know 1 cup is equal to 240 milliliters. My units cancel, and I take 3 times 240, and that's going to equal 720 milliliters. All right, 3. So I want some feedback from you guys. Do you think we need to have this at a scheduled time, or do you think me just recording the chapter worksheets and the post-test and putting them on the course canvas and you view it whenever you want is a better option? I'm gonna post a discussion question in the classroom canvas, and I wanna get y'all's feedback. Like, what's easier for y'all? Is it easier for you to be here and you ask questions, or do you want me to just record this all and you do it on your own when it's convenient for you? Okay? So 240 milliliters. What were we converting to? Ounces. So 1. Oh, wait, no, that's wrong. 30 milliliters. I thought we were doing cups. Equals 1 ounce. Okay, so 210 divided by 30, that's going to give you 7 ounces. All right, number 4, 10 kilograms. And we're converting that to pounds. So 1 kilogram equals 2.2 pounds. So just take 2.2 times 10, and that's going to give you 22 pounds. Okay, number 5 is 1740 milliliters, and we want to convert to ounces. So we know 30 milliliters is equal to 1 ounce. All right, so then just take 1740 divided by 30, and you're going to get 58 ounces. All right, number 6 is a half, so 0.5 ounce. And we're going to convert that to milliliters. So 1 ounce is equal to 30 milliliters. Our units of ounces cancel. And I'm just going to take 0.5 times 30, and that's 15 milliliters. 7 is 4.2 inches, and we're converting to centimeters. So again, 1 inch is equal to 2.5 centimeters. So all we need to do is go ahead and multiply 4.2 times 2.5, and that's going to give us 10.5 centimeters. Okay, number 8 is 6 ounces. We're going to convert to milliliters. So again, 1 ounce is equal to 30 milliliters. So all you're going to do is take 6 times 30, and that's 180 milliliters. All right, number 9, 3,600 milliliters. And we're going to convert to ounces. So 30 milliliters to 1 ounce. The units cancel. So then you're just going to take 3,600 divided by 30. And that's going to give you 120 ounces. Number 10. Okay, it's 360 milliliters. And this time we're going to convert to cups. So remember, there's 240 milliliters per 1 cup. Our units of milliliters are going to cancel. And then we just take 360 divided by 240. And that's 1.5 cups. Okay. 11 is 3.3 kilograms. And we're converting to pounds. So 1 kilogram equals 2.2 pounds. Our unit of kilograms cancel. So we just need to take 3.3 times 2.2, and that gives us 7.26 pounds. All right, 12 is 6 pounds. We're converting to kilograms. So 2.2 pounds equals 1 kilogram. Our pounds cancel. And then I just need to take 6 divided by 2.2. And keeping 2 decimal places, that's going to give me 2.73 kilograms. All right, number 13. Give me 1 second. Number 13 is asking us to convert 30 centimeters to inches. Okay, so 30 centimeters. There's 2.5 centimeter per inch. So all I'm going to do is take that 30 and divide it by 2.5. And that's going to give me 12 inches. Okay, and 14, we're converting 5 pounds to kilograms. So again, there's 2.2 pounds per 1 kilogram. So just take 5 divided by 2.2, and that's going to be, keeping 2 decimal places, 2.27 kilograms. Now number 15, we're converting 2,400 milliliters to cups. So remember, there's 240 milliliters in 1 cup. our units of milliliters will cancel, and then you can just do 2,400 divided by 240, and that's going to give you 10 cups. All right, 16. 2 cups. We're going to convert that to milliliters. So again, 1 cup has 240 milliliters. Our cups cancel, and just multiply 2 times 240, and that's 480 milliliters. All right, 17 is 365 kilograms. We're going to convert that to pounds. 1 kilogram equals 2.2 pounds. So then we just go ahead and multiply that, 365 times 2.2. And that's going to give us 803 pounds. Right, 18 is 4 ounces. We want to convert to milliliters. So again, there are 30 milliliters in an ounce. 30 milliliters in 1 ounce. Our unit of ounces is going to cancel, and then just take 4 times 30, and that's going to be 120 milliliters. All right, 19, 12 pounds. And we're converting that to grams this time. So 2.2 pounds equals 1,000 grams. Our unit of pound cancels. So we're going to take 12 times 1,000 and then divide by 2.2. So that's going to give me 554 point, we'll keep 2 decimal places, so 0.55 grams. All right, 75 pounds. We're converting that to kilograms. So 2.2 pounds to 1 kilogram. Our pounds cancel. And I just need to take 75 divided by 2.2. And that's going to be 34.09. I'm just going to keep 2 decimal places again, kilograms. All right, 21 is 6 cups. We're going to convert that to milliliters. So 1 cup equals 240 milliliters. Our units of cups cancel. And then I take 6 times 240, and that's going to give me 1440 milliliters. Okay. All right, 22. All right, 4,500 grams. And we're going to convert to, there we go. We're going to convert to kilograms. So there's 1,000 grams in 1 kilogram. My units of grams will cancel. And I just need to take 4,500 divided by 1,000. And that's going to give me 4.5 kilograms. 23 is asking us to convert 25 kilograms to pounds. So again, 1 kilogram is equal to 2.2 pounds. So my unit of kilograms cancels, and again, I'm going to take 25 and multiply that by 2.2. And that's going to give me 55 pounds. All right, 24 is 99.6 degrees Fahrenheit. And we're going to convert that to degrees Celsius. Okay, so let's write some more conversions over here, okay? So if I have Celsius, if I have degrees Celsius, I take that, I multiply it by 1.8 first, and then I add 32 to get degrees Fahrenheit, okay? If I have degrees in Fahrenheit and I want to convert to Celsius, I take my degrees Fahrenheit, I subtract 32 first, and then I divide by 1.8 to get degrees Celsius. Okay? So we have degrees in 99.6 degrees Fahrenheit. So I'm going to take that 99.6 minus 32 and then divide by 1.8. This is worksheet number 2. Okay, so 99.6 minus 32 and then divide by 1.8 is going to give me 37 point, I'm going to keep 2 decimal places, so 0.56 degrees Celsius. Okay? Okay, so actually, before we move on, your book wants you to round to the nearest tenths place. So what is that as rounded to the nearest tenths place? That's going to be 37.6 degrees Celsius. So for all your temperature conversions, go ahead and get into the habit of rounding to the nearest tenths. All right, 25. Go to the next page here. Okay, 25, we're converting 101.8 degrees Fahrenheit to Celsius. So again, the same thing. We're going to take 101.8 minus 32 and then divide by 1.8. So 101.8 minus 32, then divide by 1.8, and then we're going to round to the tenths place. So that's going to give me 38.8 degrees Celsius. Then we're going to go number 26. 26. We're converting 40.4 degrees Celsius to Fahrenheit. So now we're going to use this formula. So take your degree Celsius, 40.4, you're going to multiply it by 1.8 and then add 32. So 40.4, multiply it by 1.8, enter, and then add 32. Okay, and then we round to the 10th place. So we're gonna have 104.7 degrees Fahrenheit. All right, then 27, we're taking 36.8 degrees Celsius and convert that to Fahrenheit. So same formula, 36.8 degrees Celsius times 1.8 and then add 32. So 36.8 times 1.8, enter, then add the 32. And that's going to give me 98.2 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay. All right, so then number 28. Is asking us to convert 39.2 degrees Celsius sorry, the camera's trying to figure out where it's at. Okay. So again, to convert from Celsius to Fahrenheit, we take our 39.2, we multiply it by 1.8, and then add 32. So 39.2 times 1.8, and then add 32. That's going to give me, rounded to the 10th place, 102.6 degrees Fahrenheit. All right, 29. Is asking us to convert 98.4 degrees Fahrenheit and convert that to Celsius. Okay, so again, to convert Fahrenheit, we take our temperature in Fahrenheit, 98.4, then subtract 32, and then divide by 1.8. And that is going to give us 98.4 minus 32, then divide by 1.8. Rounded to the 10th place is going to give us 36.9 degrees Celsius. All right, 30. We're taking 41.2 degrees Celsius, and we want to convert that to Fahrenheit. So we're going to take 41.2, multiply it by 1.8, and then add 32. So 41.2, multiply by 1.8, add 32 is going to give us, rounded to the 10th place, a temperature of 106.2 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, 31. We're going to take 103.6 degrees Fahrenheit. We're going to convert that to Celsius, So we take our 103.6, we subtract 32, and then we divide by 1.8. So 103.6 minus 32, and then divide by 1.8 is going to give us, rounded to the 10th place, 39.8 degrees Celsius. Okay, 32 is 102.2 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, so again, we take 102.2 minus 32, then divide it by 1.8. So 102.2 minus 32, and then divide. It's going to give us 39 degrees Celsius exactly. Okay, 33 is 100.4 degrees Fahrenheit. Same thing, we're converting to Celsius. So 100.4 minus 32 over 1.8. 100.4, subtract 32, then divide by 1.8, and that's going to give us 38 degrees exactly Celsius. Okay, that's our temperature conversions. I would encourage you to practice more of those from the post-test 1 and 2. There's always a temperature conversion on this exam. When you test on this chapter, there's always going to be a temperature conversion question. So make sure you're comfortable with these. Make sure you can go back and forth between the two temperature scales. Okay, and so let's finish. Let's do 34. Let's do 34. Let's do 35. We'll cover 36. And yeah, we'll do 34, 35, and 36. And then the rest of the chapter 7 worksheet, I'm going to do a short video and upload that to the Canvas, okay? Okay, so 34 is reading, keeping track of your inputs and outputs, and then doing the proper conversions, okay? So I'm going to show y'all how to set that up really quickly, and then how you're going to convert and solve. Okay, so during the 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. shift, a patient consumes, so that is telling us that is their input. They consumed it, right? So they consumed 180 milliliters apple juice. I don't care what it is, I care about the volume, okay? And thinking about having to set this up and solve on a test, I don't need all the extra information. So I have 180 milliliters of apple juice. I have 120 milliliters of milk for breakfast. I have 240 milliliters of coffee. I have 120 milliliters of gelatin for lunch and 120 milliliters of ice cream. Ooh, that sounds good. And 240 milliliters of tea for dinner. That was my input. The patient voided, so voided, right? That's our clue word for output. The patient voided 4 times during that shift for 340 milliliters, 220 milliliters, 440 milliliters, and 300 milliliters of urine. Calculate the I, input, and O, output, for this shift. So on this particular practice problem, all of our units are in the same, all of our measures are in the same unit. So all we need to do is literally add this all up. So 180 plus 120 plus 240 plus 120 plus 120 plus 240 is going to give me 1,020 milliliters in my input. And I do the same over here. They're all the same units, so I can just go ahead and add it all up. 340 plus 220 plus 440 plus 300. So my output is 1,300 milliliters. Okay, and that's it for this problem. All right, so now let's do 35. 35, during the 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. shift, a patient has lactated Ringer's infusion at 125 milliliters per hour. See, this one I'm gonna have to end up doing. Yeah, 35 I'm gonna do as part of the video, okay? It's gonna be a little bit longer. I'm gonna do a video of 35. Okay, 36. Let's do 36. Okay, 36. During the 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. shift, a patient consumes, so they're starting to tell me my input, 2 cups of tea, 8 ounces of milk for breakfast, 1 cup of coffee, and 6 ounces of gelatin, and a half a cup of broth, and 4 ounces of ice cream for dinner. The patient voided, so voided is telling me my output. Five times during the shift for 120 milliliters, 200 milliliters, 240 milliliters, 400 milliliters, and 320 milliliters. Calculate the I and O for this shift. Okay, so output, it's obviously in the same units, so add it and be done with it. 120 plus 200 plus 240 plus 400 plus 320. That's going to give me 1280 milliliters. Okay? So again, this is a type of question, when you get to this chapter 7 test, you're always going to get one of these questions on your test. Okay, so here's the easy way to do it. We want to convert everything, obviously, to milliliters because that's our standard measure for volume. So 2 cups, a cup has 240 milliliters, right? An ounce, 1 ounce has, remember all of these conversions, we're going to keep coming back to them. So 1 ounce has 30 milliliters. 1 cup has 240 milliliters. 6 ounces, so again, remember, an ounce has 30 milliliters. A half a cup, cups have 240 milliliters. 4 ounces, an ounce has 30 milliliters. So cups are multiplied by 240, ounces are multiplied by 30, cups multiplied by 240, ounce multiplied by 30, a cup multiplied by 240, an ounce multiplied by 30. So first, do all of your multiplication across and get what those values are equal to. So 2 times 240 is 480. 8 ounces times 30, that's 240 milliliters. 1 times 240 is 240 milliliters. 6 times 30 is 180 milliliters. A half of 240 is 120. And 4 times 30 is 120. So now all of your units are in milliliters. So now you can go ahead and add them together. So that's going to be 480 plus 240 plus 240 plus 180. Oh, I typed that in wrong. 480 plus 240 plus 240 plus 180 plus 120 plus 120 gives me 1380 milliliters. And that's it. Okay? So don't get lost in all of the wordiness of these problems. They look long, they look intimidating, but just read them through slowly and thoroughly and make sure you're getting every value that you're being given in those word problems, okay? The rest of them, 35, 37, 38, and 39, I'm going to make a short video and post that to Canvas. So for 35, 37, 38, and 39, I would expect that to be posted by tomorrow morning, okay? So I'll do those as another separate small tutorial video in Canvas. The post test is really short, so go ahead, guys, and work on that on your own. For chapter 7, do post test 1 on your own. And then I wanted to, who else is feeling comfortable talking and showing their face? Like, I want to see y'all's face. Where are you people? Okay,